Hi guys, I just came back from teaching one of my favorite classes to teach, and that is Introduction to Meditation. So one of the things that I love about teaching this class is that I consistently find students who are super surprised and excited to find out that meditation doesn't mean just sitting in seated pose or lotus pose or cross legs pose. Or I had one student tonight say, yeah, I've always thought that I needed to have the candles lit and everything needed to be silent. And they discover that there's so many ways to do meditation and do it successfully and effectively and appropriately for whatever your personality type happens to be. Some people need movement. Some people really benefit from sitting still. Some people benefit from lying down. Some people benefit from standing. There is running meditation, walking meditation. There truly is meditation while you're doing the dishes. There's so many different ways to get centered and clear and grounded. So that brings me to another point. I hear so many people say that they struggle with meditation because they cannot get the mind to turn off. And I love the idea of that goal. It's really exciting to think about having a quiet mind for a while. But one of the first things that I tell people is that the mind is designed to problem solve. That is one of the functions of the brain, to figure out how to get us through our days safely, to figure out how to protect the body, to figure out how to get our to-do list done. The mind is a problem solver, so it is constantly in problem-solving mode. And one of the examples that I gave tonight is if somebody has a to-do list that's long and hasn't been done or completed or marked off or whatever it is you do with your to-do list, the brain is going to sit there in distress while you're trying to be still, reminding you constantly that you have this to-do list to do. So I just want you to understand that the brain is doing exactly what it's supposed to do, designed to do. In the beginning, I would just encourage you to change your focus from trying to stop the brain from thinking to playing with the experience of allowing your mind, allowing the thoughts that are coming in, the feelings, the emotions, the sensations that are coming in, just allowing them to be present while you sit or stand or whatever it is you're doing, while you do whatever it is you're doing with presence and focus. Okay. Something else that I tell my students is this takes practice. We call meditation a practice because it takes practice. Like most people don't sit down in the first or 10 sessions and reach whatever it is, whatever goals you have in mind for yourself. So just know that it's just like going to the gym. It's like training for a marathon. Anything that takes effort and repeated practice is a practice, and meditation is no different. So one of the things that I like to teach my students is that meditation is about being able to be in your life in a centered way on a day-to-day, moment-to-moment basis. Meditation, in my experience, is less about having a silent mind and more about being able to be engaged in my daily activities with the people that I interact with without getting thrown off balance by my emotional state, my reaction to whatever's coming at me, and the emotional state and reactions of the people around me. That's a super simplified version of it, but that is one of the benefits of a meditation practice. I can sit, stand, walk, run, lie down, whatever it is that I do physically to meditate. The benefit of a regular practice for me is being able to show up in my day-to-day life with other people and stay as present and I'm looking for words here, guys. as present and centered. I hate to keep using these really vague words over and over again, but I'm sure everybody can understand what it feels like to be thrown off center by a person, an event, a memory, a random emotion that comes up. Like, we understand what it feels like to be thrown off our game, so to speak, by these things. And when we practice what I'm going to call the art of presence, and then what a teacher of mine calls the art of welcoming, when we practice welcoming these emotions and these just these events, these day-to-day life things that happen, when we practice welcoming them into our experience, there's less resistance and fighting against them, which means less energy going towards something we cannot change, and more energy freed up to deal with, respond to what's coming at us, okay? So I'm just going to give you a really quick practice here. It's a breathing practice. There are so many ways to do breath work. So again, try not to get attached to one way. You'll get ideas from me, and then you'll go sit with another teacher, and they're going to give you a different way of breathing or meditating, or, you know, whatever all these various tools are. The beauty of it is, if one thing does not work for you, there are going to be 15 or 50 other options for you to play with. So just know that. So for now, what I'm going to have you do is just take a breath. I talk really fast when I talk on these videos. So just take a breath for a moment. We'll take a breath together and calm down. And then I'm going to walk you through a breathing pattern, and it will be an inhale to a count of, this is an arbitrary number, I'm just going to say a count of 4, and then you're going to pause and hold that breath, and then you're going to exhale for a count of 6, and then you're going to pause and hold that emptiness, and then you're going to inhale for a count of 4 again, you're going to pause, we'll say for a count of 2, then you're going to exhale for a count of 6, and then hold for a count of 2, and then inhale for 4, pause for 2, exhale for 6, and pause for 2 again. And we're just going to do that cycle in that rhythm. The numbers do not matter. If you can only inhale for 3, pause for 1, exhale for 4, and pause for 1 over and over again, that's fine. For this exercise, I'm going to encourage you to have your exhale just a little bit longer than your inhale, and make sure that there's a pause on the exhale and inhale. That's really all that matters. Some of you may be able to inhale for a count of 6 to 8, hold for a count of 5 to 6, and then exhale for a count of 10 to 12. It just, you know, that's very variable for everybody. So don't get too stressed out about that. Just do what you can do. But again, inhale, pause, exhale a little bit longer than the inhale, and then pause, inhale. And do that for a minute. I may do that for a minute here. I'm already at 8 minutes on this video, so I don't want to, actually putting you to sleep is okay. So if that happens, hey, that's cool. So let's go ahead and get started. And it's really nice just to clear your lungs out first. So you're just going to exhale all the air from your lungs. And then go ahead and begin your cycle. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pause, 2, 3, inhale, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pause, 2, 3, inhale, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pause, 2, 3. And I'll let you continue that cycle, but that's the idea. Again, your numbers can be different, your counts can be different. Try to do that. Please try to do that. Set your timer on your phone or whatever timing piece you have, and time yourself for a minute. And then just notice how you feel after you go through that breathing exercise. And then during your day, if you find yourself getting anxious, if you find yourself getting tired, angry, you know, if a difficult, I like to choose my words wisely. If you feel tension in your body, in your mind, just pull that breathing practice out. It does take practice. You may not remember to use that tool right away, but the first time you do remember it, just bring it out, practice it for a minute or two if you can, and then go back to whatever it is you're doing. And most likely, if you actually give yourself over to the practice, you will notice a shift. Okay, so that's what I wanted to gift you guys with tonight. You're welcome to put feedback, comments in the box below. And I'll see you again soon. Okay guys, good night.